Have you ever wondered why some students thrive in certain subjects while others struggle? Or how a teacher's words can shape a student's behavior and competence? Well, the answer may lie in a powerful concept called behavioral learning theory. This video will walk you through what it is, how it works, and how it can be applied in the classroom to improve teaching and learning. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on education content that inspires and informs. What is behavioral learning theory? Behavioral learning theory, also known as behaviorism, focuses on how people learn through interactions with their environment. In simple terms, we behave the way we do because of what we've experienced and how we've been trained to respond. According to this theory, learning is not about what you think, it's about what you do. Behaviorists believe that all behavior is learned through conditioning, either by being rewarded or punished. This approach has been around since the early 20th century, thanks to psychologists like John B. Watson and B.F. Skinner, who said, "Let's stop guessing what's going on in people's minds. Let's focus on what we can actually see, behavior." How behaviorism works. There are two key types of conditioning. Positive reinforcement, when you reward good behavior to encourage more of it. Example, a student finishes homework on time, gets a sticker, feels proud, does it again. Negative reinforcement, when you remove something unpleasant after good behavior. Example, a student performs well on a test, teacher reduces homework, student feels relieved, keeps working hard. Punishment, when you apply a consequence to reduce bad behavior. Example, student disrupts the class, loses recess time, likely to avoid doing it again. And then there's students the right way to behave so they can learn by watching. Teachers become role models. Why it works? So why do teachers still use behaviorism in classrooms today? Because it works, especially for younger students and in structured environments. Here's what it offers: clear expectations and structure, immediate feedback and results, motivation through rewards, better classroom management, support for students to develop self-control. It helps turn good behavior into habits, and those habits into lifelong skills. Practical classroom strategies. Now let's talk application. Here are some behaviorist teaching tools that teachers can use. Direct instruction, teacher-led, step-by-step teaching with lots of repetition and practice. Token economy. Students earn points, stars, or tokens for good behavior and trade them in for rewards. Behavior contracts. Agreements between teacher and student outlining expected behaviors and rewards. Timeout. A short break from a fun activity after misbehavior, giving students time to reflect. Task analysis. Breaking down a difficult task into smaller, manageable steps and celebrating progress. These techniques work best when used consistently and positively. The challenges and criticism. But hold on, behaviorism isn't perfect. Here are a few things to consider. It focuses only on what's visible, not what students are thinking or feeling. It might encourage students to work just for the reward, not because they love learning. It may not help develop creativity, critical thinking, or emotional intelligence. Over-reliance on punishment can lead to fear, anxiety, or low self-esteem. That's why it's important to balance behaviorist methods with other teaching approaches, like cognitive or humanistic learning theories. So what's the big takeaway? Behavioral learning theory reminds us that our actions can be shaped, improved, and supported through feedback, structure, and environment. It's a great tool in a teacher's toolkit, especially when combined with heart, understanding, and flexibility. Want to create a classroom where students feel supported, motivated, and excited to learn? Use behaviorism wisely. Reward effort, model good behavior, and build a space where learning feels like winning. Remember, it's not just about books and brains, it's about better teaching too. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow educators and parents, and subscribe to the Education Studio, where we fuel educators and lifelong learners every week. Until next time, keep teaching, keep learning, and keep growing.